Welcome back. Myself, Jay Tandil, working as assistant professor at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we will going to discuss about lecture number 4 of chapter number 3 of electric machine 1. Here are some contents as we discuss in the previous about the armature windings, types of armature winding, lap, waves, right, types of winding in which how the lap winding is to be formed and the wave winding is formed, how the number of parallel path for the lap winding is 2, lap winding is a number of parallel path is equal to number of pole, and in case of wave winding number of parallel path A is equal to 2, right. So we already discussed about that. Now we further go to the armature circuit equations for the motoring and generation. Similarly, type of field excitation, separately excited, shunt and series, open circuit characteristics of separately excited DC generator, voltage which is built up in shunt generator, critical field resistance and the critical speed, right. So now equivalent circuit of the DC motor armature circuit. So you can see over here, here is some armature circuit which is in case of back EMF whatever generated, that is in armature, which is indicated by EB, current which is go through that is IA, and here are the terminal. So which equivalent circuit? So it is a circuit which is physically we can imagine that, and electrical circuit we are converting that. So it is some behave like that, right. So to back EMF, that is ultimately voltage. So it's a voltage source, it's having a number of turns resistance. So that resistance is RA, and some E, that is a terminal voltage V, and E, that is a EMF generated through that, right. So we know in case of motor we write some equation like of voltage EB plus IRA, right. You can choose you can remember that as per your technique. It's my technique, I consider V is equal to EB plus IRA. Some book write EB is equal to V minus IRA, that is another, but the equations are same. Among that, V is a motor terminal, EB that is a back EMF, IA that is armature current, and RA that is a armature resistance, right, so on. So equivalent circuit which can be used to find the directions, we can calculate the current through that, resistance, whatever the resistance to that example point of view, the equivalent circuit is helpful, right. So equivalent circuit of the DC armature is over here actually, right. The armature of the DC motor can be represented by the equivalent circuit, and it can be represented by the 3 series connected element. One that is a E, second that is a RA, and VB. VB that is back EMF or back voltage, generated voltage. RA that is armature resistance, and E that is E. So the element E is a back EMF, and RA is the armature resistance, and VB is a brush contact voltage drop, right. Similarly, here is a back EMF, right. Same way EVB, that is a brush contact voltage drops, brush having a some drop, right, because it's not 100% physically connected. Actually it is connected, but it's having a some drop, like during a sparking conditions, that voltage may be considered, right. So VB, so here VB, that is a brush contact voltage, RA that is a armature resistance, right, and E that is a back EMF, right. So E over here, so this thing is actually electrically this, in short, right. Okay, now we go further. Now equivalent circuit of DC motor, which is which voltage equation V is equal to EB plus IRA. So current flow can be find by the simple KVL. By if we use a KVL over here, then we know that V is equal to minus of VB plus of IRA minus of E, something like that. So we get this equation actually, right? Okay, now equation 1, that is over here, that is equation 1 actually. So the equation 1 written above is called as a fundamental motor equations. So when we talk about the fundamental equations, you should keep in mind that which voltage equations of the motor, V is equal to EB plus IARA, that is the fundamental voltage equations, right? V is equal to EB plus IARA plus VB, that is a brush voltage. In case of this, we are not considering the brush voltage, but actually there is a brush voltage drop. So we are considering, so actual equation, it is a little bit, that's why in general we can eliminate this. So equation 2 is considered, which is applicable when the voltage drop in the brush is also taken into the accounts, right? Now types of DC motor. DC motor basically 3 types: self-excited, which we are already studied. What is a self-excited? Series motor, shunt motor, compound motor. These are the self-excited motor, right? Separately excited means field and armature both having a separate supply, and last one, that is a permanent magnet. So we might be familiar with these 3: shunt excited, series and a compound. Further, the compound having a 2 types: cumulative compound and differential compound. Similarly, that cumulative and differential both having a 2: cumulative long compound long shunt motor, differential compound short shunt motors. Cumulative having the, differential having this. So actually cumulative having a 2, differential having a 2. So I am merging it and define that. So actually cumulative compound long shunt, cumulative compound short shunt, differential compound long shunt, differential compound short shunt. So these are the types of actually a DC motor. Now we already did a study about a self-excited. Now separately excited. So generally that motor is used when the speed regulation is above the rated speed. We use a separately excited motor. Some of the traction application can also use a DC in case of, actually the series motor is used, CAC series motor. But in some cases I found some application in where separately excited DC is also used. Yeah, as the name of separately excited, separate excitation means field ने अलग supply आपेलो होय. So separately excited motor supply is given to separately to the field and the armature winding. The main distinguished facts is that this type of motor is the armature current does not flow to the field, means field and armature both having a different supply, right? Okay, so the field winding is energized from the separate excited external source DC current and likewise. So in figure, so field को अलग supply जाएगा, armature को अलग supply जाएगा. Both are independent, right? And both through we can do the speed control. So that is the advantage of this. Torque equations of the DC motor, we already did the torque equation on video as well as lectures, I think so, right? Torque equations finally conclude that T directly proportional flux phi into IA, right? But if we want to eliminate this proportional, we are using a equal to K. So Tg is equal to K that is replaced by proportional into phi into I. So actual equation T is equal to phi into I. K, that is a constant, means independent term, which is we do not change during design, after designing of operations. So the torque in case is vary by, so if we need to change the torque, we can change the flux that able to change torque, or we can change the armature current that is responsible for changing this. So independent of the armature current IA, so IA and phi both are changed, both method through we can change the torque. So that is the advantage of separately excited motor. Now self-excited motor. In case of self-excited DC motor, the field winding is connected either in series or parallel. As we know that armature in one case is in series motor, armature and field both are in series. In parallel shunt motor, what will happen? Armature and field are in separated. In the compound motor, there is a combination of series and shunt motor, that is a self-excited motor, right? So self excited motor means one source only which is flow the both field and armature, right? That is a self excited. So shunt, series and compound, these are the types of. Now what is a shunt motor equation is changed, how the series motor equations are changed, right? So we will discuss step by step. Shunt wound DC motor. So you can see over here there is a DC supply which is given to the field and armature. So you can see the current is divided into two, means it is a parallel. So when we are talking about a parallel operation, current I which is flowing from the DC source, which is equal to IF plus IA. So we can say what is our main voltage of the DC motor? V is equal to EB plus IARA, but I am using E, that is equation number 1. But EB is equal to, we know that K into phi into omega. We already discussed these all terms in torque equations as well as back EMF equation of the DC motor. So EB, I am replaced EB over here with this. So what is the final equation? E is equal to K into A into phi omega plus IARA. So here it is denoted by equation number 2. Now how shunt motor is characterized, right? We always study about the characteristics. That characteristics is defined the different conditions at different point of time, what happen with the current, voltage and whatever torque, speed, that is indicate the characteristics of the machine, right? So you can see over here I am this is a simple characteristics, torque versus speed. You can see over here when torque we generally represented the torque speed characteristics over here. Torque which is on x axis and y axis, that is omega, that is 2 pi f, or it is in angular speed, right? So the shunt wound DC motor is a constant speed motor. Yeah, that is a one advantage, one applications of shunt motor. Shunt motor is a constant speed motor, means what? When we require a speed which is not vary through time, right? So in that application we are generally use a shunt motor, right? Because voltage are constant, whatever the current which is flow from the field which is exactly same than the armature, which is different than the armature, right? So in that case you can see over here my speed is over here, at the time my torque is something like that. At that point my speed is little bit down, not we can say gradually decrease, it is little bit down, and at that time my torque is like that. So if I connect all the points, if I connect, and this is a little drop, that is due to the RA, right? That is due to the some current, right? So some resistance, right? So shunt wound DC motor is a constant speed motor, as the speed does not vary here by varying the mechanical load output, right? Whether my output is changed, still what will happen? Whether my output is changed, still what will happen? Yes, my speed is constant, right? Now series wound DC motor. What is a series wound DC motor, right? So yeah, characteristics is different. First of all, torque and speed, you can see it is a non-linear. Its form is non-linear. You can see over here. Why this non-linear form? Because we can say from this graph, if the load torque, if the mechanical torque is increased, then speed is decreased, right? If the mechanical torque is increased, my speed is decreased. This is an inverse proportional relation. This is, we can say, inverse proportional relation. So series wound self excited DC motor is a series wound DC motor. As a name of series motor, it's a it can be used for high torque application, actually, series motor, right? DC series motor. Why? Because field and armature, whatever, it is a series connection. So whatever the current which is flow from the field, which is exactly equal to the armature. This is the advantage of this series motor, right? So but the characteristics wise, we can see series motor, in that case, if my load is increased, what will happen? My speed is decreased, right? That is not happen over here. It will be decreased, but it's not like gradually decrease, right? It is a little bit decreased due to the drop only. So for constant speed, it is a DC shunt motor. For constant, for high torque, we can use a series motor, right? Series motor having a non-linear speed torque characteristic. Speed torque always non-linear. Remember that. Speed जो વધે तो હંમેશા ટોર્ક જો મિકેનિકલ લોડ જો વધે તો હંમેશા સ્પીડ ઘટે જ, કોઈ દિવસ બંને કોન્સ્ટન્ટ નહીં થાય. અહીંયા બી ઘટતું જ છે સી, પણ એનો સ્લોપ ઓછો છે ખાલી, રાઈટ. આ પ્યોર નોન લિનિયર છે, રાઈટ. એ પોઈન્ટ જો આ ફર્સ્ટ પોઈન્ટ જુઓ ત્યારે સ્પીડ મેક્સિમમ છે, ત્યારે એ ટાઈમે અહીંયા જુઓ ટોર્ક કેવો છે, મિનિમમ છે. જ્યારે અહીંયા ટોર્ક મેક્સિમમ છે તો સ્પીડ કેવી છે, મિનિમમ છે, રાઈટ. ઓકે, નાઉ વોટ ઇઝ ધ ડિફરન્સ ઇન ધ ઇક્વેશન? So you can see over here in a shunt motor, we are consider SH is a shunt resistance of the field, and RA, that is the armature resistance of the field. So now see over here in the series motor, in the shunt motor, we are consider V is equal to EB plus IARA only. Where in case of series motor, what we are consider? Series motor in which both resistance we need to be count. So E is equal to EB plus IA in bracket RA plus RS. That is a series field resistance, right? Now flux is equal to K into IF. We know that K1 IA into omega. That is equation number 6, right? So now both the equations which is put on the equation 5th and 6th, this is the 6th equation, actually I just forgot to write that, right? So finally EB equation is equal to KA. We are generally put these equations over here. So K into K1 into I into omega, this equation into K we are replacing with the 5, right? So is equal to Ks into IA into omega. It's not omega, that is a speed form, that's why I am using a angular speed omega, right? So omega is equal to E by Ks into Ia minus Ia RA plus RS divided by Ks from the equation number 6 and 7. Now compound of DC motor. Compound having a two type, cumulative compound and a differential compound. Cumulative and differential having a difference is that when the shunt field flux is exist to the main flux which is produced by the main field, means જે total flux હોય તે સિરીઝ અને શન્ટનો એડ થાય તો ત્યારે ક્યુમ્યુલેટિવ કમ્પાઉન્ડ કહેવાય. સિમ્પલ ભાષામાં યાદ રાખીએ તો સિરીઝનો ફ્લક્સ અને શન્ટનો ફ્લક્સ બંને એડ થઈને ટોટલ ફ્લક્સ મળે તેને ક્યુમ્યુલેટિવ કમ્પાઉન્ડ કહેવાય. જ્યારે ડિફરન્શિયલ, એટલે નામ જ છે ડિફરન્શિયલનું, બંનેનો ડિફરન્સ પેદા થાય ફ્લક્સનો સિરીઝ અને શન્ટનો, that is called as a differential compound. So when the shunt field flux is exists to the main flux, so produced by the main field connected in series to the armature winding, it is called as a cumulative compound motor. Differential compound, the difference of the compound self-excited DC motor, example differential compound DC motor, arrangement of the shunt and series winding is such that the field flux is produced by the shunt field, which is diminishing the flux which is produced by the main flux. So that is the difference between a cumulative compound and differential compound. Now short shunt DC motor, long shunt and short shunt, that is the two types of cumulative compound as well as differential compound both. So short shunt means our field is only parallel connected with the armature, whereas in long shunt you can see my field, this additional field is connected whole. આ સિરીઝ અને શન્ટનું જે આર્મેચરનું આ જે સિરીઝ કોમ્બિનેશન છે એ બંનેના પેરેલલમાં ફિલ્ડ હોય. ફિગર જોજો બરાબર. આમાં શું છે, ખાલી આર્મેચરના પેરેલલમાં છે, તો આને જેને કહેવાય છે ખાલી આર્મેચરના હોય, દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ એઝ અ શોર્ટ શન્ટ. અને લોંગ શન્ટ એટલે આ બંનેના પેલામાં હોય, દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ એઝ અ long shunt, right? These are the basic difference between short shunt compound motor and some long shunt compound motor. Thank you.